Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we're taking a look at a brand new rock link monster. Not really what I was expecting to come out of Alliance Insight, but it's a pretty neat little card. I gave it a quick read through prior to the video, and I kind of like it. So, yeah, it's a cool card. It's a weird one that you definitely wouldn't have been expecting, but we'll talk about that after we read the card through the first time. So this is a Link-3 Earth Rock monster, 1000 attack, it points up, and then it points like down diagonal left and down diagonal right. Its materials are any 2 or more monsters, including a rock monster, so quite generic. If you can just get a rock monster as material, this card is pretty easy to make. Is a Link-3, which is a little bit, it's an extra thing, and that's one of the tough parts about modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! Links right now. It's just that, like, IP Masquerena is so strong. You know what I mean? It represents like 2 interruptions by itself. Now, you do have to have an extra body with it, but if they're going to make a Link-3 that is supposed to be an interaction, it needs to kind of rival IP Masquerena and what it does. So that's kind of been the struggle, is like power creep wise. It's like, even if your deck can make this, would you, over just making IP? That's kind of what's been a little bit tricky lately. But in terms of card design and cards just not really seeing much play. But anyway, as far as what this card does, first effect, if this card is special summoned, you can target a rock monster in your graveyard. This card gains attack equal to that monster's. Cool. It can get pretty decently big here, starting at 1000 and then gaining whatever's in your grave. That's cool. Second effect, during your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can target one other monster on the field with attack equal to or less than this card's. This card loses attack equal to that monster's, and if it does, destroy that monster. So it's a Drident, right? It's a Drident that has like one small stipulation of just needing to meet the attack threshold of the monster you're trying to destroy. But that's not the biggest deal in the world. Maybe my biggest gripe with this card is just the fact that it can only fire on opponent's main phase. I don't understand why they couldn't have just made this card able to fire whenever, even on your turn. Just because, like, it still is being restricted by having to lower its attack to pop something. So, like, even if you use a 2000 attack point monster to make this go to 3000, if you pop the one thing on your turn, like, how big do you think that thing was? Probably around 2,000. Like, most end-board pieces go from 2,000 to 3,000. So you're already talking about going under 1,000 from there, and then maybe you could pop, like, a small monster, engine monster that your opponent's trying to play with on their turn. Like, I felt like that was already enough of a restriction, but to restrict it to only your opponent's turn is kind of a little bit annoying there. It just felt like overkill on restricting it. But at the end of the day, it's still just a Drident. It is still a decent interaction on the opponent's turn. There's a world this sees play, but it does feel like it'd be a world where you're playing a deck that locks you into, like, rocks or something, and you have to stand to rocks. And so, like, maybe this card can see playing a deck like that, but I don't know what deck locks you into rock monsters. I really don't. I mean, going down, like, the list of more relevant rock archetypes, and that's the other question here, is what is this for, right? We've been getting, like, specifically the last, like, week and a half, we've been getting very, very specific cards that we know what they're for, right? We get the new Sabersaurus yesterday. That's clearly supposed to go in line with, like, the new Jirac support and dinosaurs. We get the new Evil Hero card. This is just clearly supposed to combine with the new Evil Hero support from the last set, which is good, cool, makes sense. And then you even get into the quarter-century Trinity run, where we got the new Synchro for Punk, we got the new Fusion for Dragon Maid, we got the new main deck Dark Machine for Orchist, which brings me to Terminal World because, we already got the Jirac stuff yesterday, the Jirac card yesterday, or the card that's going to work with them at least, down here. And then I think this card is probably supposed to be kind of for Gem Knights. Question again is, like, with IP Masquerena, are you really ever choosing to make this card over IP in terms of interruption? I don't know, man. I just don't know if this card's strong enough to just make it. So maybe if there's a world where Konami comes through and bans IP, then maybe you start looking at this card, because Konami did go after Barone and Appaloosa. So I know this isn't an Omni-Negate, and so it's not quite in that same realm, but it is still in the same realm of just, like, taking away deck creativity just because, like, a bunch of decks play IP just because it's the best generic, put bodies on the field, get a good interruption from it. it's possible that card does get hit at some point, but we'll see. So my guess is it's for Gem Knights. It's also possible, like, down the line, is it possible we have Magnet Warrior support coming? You know, I'd love that. Emancipator support. We did just get Eldritch support in this set as well in Alliance Insight. So is it possible, you know, an archetype that stems from the same original pack also gets some support near here? It's possible, totally possible. So we'll just have to keep that stuff in the back of our mind as we go forward. But yeah, all in all, like, it's not a bad card. It's just with the cards we already have, it's just like, I don't know if you'd play it, and it just feels like they kind of overkill, overprotected it from itself, kind of thing. Just made it worse for no reason. But it's still not a terrible card. It is still a walking Drident that you can make in the form of a LINK-3. So we'll take it. Other than that, let me know your thoughts down below on this card. Is there any other, like, interactions with this card that I'm not thinking of that actually, like, make it pretty cool? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. I guess it can be used in... Oh, no, it's only main phase, so you can't damage step it. Yeah. I don't know. I think this card's fine. Let me know your thoughts, though. I'll keep you up to date on all things Yu-Gi-Oh! News going forward. Is it tomorrow or the day after? I think it might be tomorrow night. We should expect to get the V-Jump promo effects revealed, and then probably get into, like, more heavy Alliance Insight reveals from that point forward, because then we'll be on the 7th, and we'll be on the 7th still with, like, 35 cards left to get revealed, with, like, at that point, like, 18 days left. So we're gonna, you know what I mean, we're gonna kind of roll into some heavy reveals down the stretch here. Hopefully they finish strong. I've liked some of the in the middle stuff that we've gotten from the set so far, but it does feel like it's not all the way there yet. So they definitely need to finish strong here. But I'll keep you updated on all that stuff. If you want to stay up to date on everything Yu-Gi-Oh! News, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.